Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do algebra exercise 12D. So we continue with multiplication. This is question 4, multiply a plus b by ab. So we can put it in columns, a plus b into ab, and then we can multiply. So when we multiply, we need to take first the multiplier, that is AB. We can multiply it with A first or with B. So here we're going to multiply with A. So let's do that. AB into A. So if it is like this, we take only the A's first. A into A into B. So A into A will be A to the power of 1 plus 1 into B. So that will be A square B. So here we've got the first part A square B, which we can write here. So now what we do is we take AB and we multiply it with B. So let's do that now. AB, this time AB into B. Okay, so we have 1A and then B we have 1 and 1 more. So that becomes A into B to the power of 1 plus 1, that is AB square, AB square. So the sign here is plus and this is AB square. So our final answer here is A square B plus AB square. Question 2. We have 3AB minus 4B. Multiply this by 3AB. Okay, so we'll do it like we did earlier. We're going to take 3AB and multiply it with this number 3AB. So 3AB into 3AB. First step, take the numbers 3 into 3. Then let's take A. So we have 1A here and 1A here. So A into A, and then the B's, 1 here and 1 here. In between we have the multiplication sign, B into B. Okay, now this becomes 3 3s are 9, A to the power of 1 plus 1, B to the power of 1 plus 1. So that becomes 9A square B square. So let's write that down. So that is 9A square B square. So we finished with 3AB here. Now we are going to multiply 3AB into 4B. So let's take that 3AB into 4B. So let's write the numbers first, 3 into 4, and then let's take the letters. We have only one A, and let's take B, B into B. 3 4s are 12 into A into B to the power of 1 plus 1, which is 12A and B square. 1 plus 1 is 2. So here the sign will be minus and the answer here is 12AB square. Question 3. 2xy minus 5by into 4bx. Okay, so now let's multiply 4bx and 2xy. So 4bx into 2xy. So the numbers first, 4 into 2, then the letters, we have only one b. Now let's take the x, we have 2x into x, and then we have a y. So 4 2s are 8 into b into x to the power of 1 plus 1 into y. So this becomes a b x square y. So what do we have? We have 8bx square y. So now we finished with 2xy. Now let's do bx into 5by. So that is 4bx into 5by. Let's take only the numbers. 4 into 5 into, we'll take the b's. There's one b here and one b there. So b into b. Now there's only one x and there's only one y. So let's do this. 4 5s are 20 into b to the power of 1 plus 1 into x into y. So that makes it 20b square 20xy. So the sign is minus 20b square xy. Next question, 4x plus 2y into 3xy. Okay, let's do that. So let's multiply 3xy and 4x. So 3xy into 4x. Let's take the numbers 3 into 4 into, let's take the x, there's 1 here and 1 here, x into x. And let's take the y, that's 1y. So 3 fours are 12 into x to the power of 1 plus 1 into y. So that makes it 12x square y. So we've got 12x square y here. Now let's go on to 3xy into 2y. So 3xy into 2y. Take the numbers 3 into 2. The letters is only 1x into, there are 2 y's, y into y. So 3 2's are 6 into x into y to the power of 1 plus 1. So that makes it 6xy square. So let's write that down. The sign is plus 6xy square. So the answer is 12x square y plus 6xy square. Question 5. X square minus x into 2x. Okay, so let's do this. So first let's take 2x into x square. So 2x into x square, now that will be 1x square. So when we take numbers, it is 2 into 1. And let's take the x, x into x square. So that becomes 2 ones are 2 into x to the power of 1 plus 2. So that is 2x to the power of 3. So here we have 2x to the power of 3. Now we need to multiply 2x and x. Let's do that. 2x into 1x. So the numbers are 2 into 1 and x is x into x. So that is 2 ones are 2 into x to the power of 1 plus 1. So that is 2x to the power of 2 or 2x square. Sign is minus 2x square. Question 6. 1 plus 4x, 1 plus 4x. Multiply this by x. Okay, so 1 into x is 1x that we know. Now let's do this part, x into 4x. So x into 4x. So let me take only the x. It is x into x and the number is simply 1 into 4. So if we make this 1, it is 1 into 4. So what do we have? X square, that is 1 plus 1. This is 1 plus 1 into 4 or 4x square. So here what do we have? 4x square. Question 7. 9xy square plus 3x square y. Multiply this by 5xy. Let's do this carefully. So let's take 5xy and 9xy square. So 5xy into 9xy square. Take the numbers 5 into 9. Then the x, we have x into x. Then we have the y's, y into y square. So what do we have here? 5 nines are 45 into x to the power of 1 plus 1 into y to the power of 1 plus 2. So 5 nines are 45. So that is 45 x to the power of 2, y to the power of 3. So let's write that down. 45 x to the power of 2 and y to the power of 3. Now let's multiply 5xy and 3x square y. These two, 3x square y. So that is 5xy into 3x square y, which is 5 into 3 into x square into y into y. So 5 3s are 15 into x to the power of 1 plus 2 into y to the power of 1 plus 1. So this becomes 15 x to the power of 3 y to the power of 2. So the sign is plus and the number is 15 and x to the power of 3 and y to the power of 2. Next question, 6x minus 5y into 3axy. So let's multiply 3axy into 6x first. So let's take the numbers 3 into 6. Then let's take a, there's only one a. Let's take x, there are 2. And y, there's only 1. 3 6s are 18 into a into x to the power of 1 plus 1 into y. So that is 18a x to the power of 2 y. So what do we get? 18a x square y. Now let's put the minus sign and work out 3axy into 5y. So let's take the numbers 3 into 5 into, there's only one a, there's only one x, there are two y's, y into y. So this becomes 3 5s are 15 into a into x into y to the power of 1 plus 1. So that is 15 a x y square. So 15 a x y square. So now we are doing the fifth main, first one. So here we have minus x plus y minus z and minus 2x. So let's write that down. Minus x plus y minus z. We are multiplying it by minus 2x. Okay, so let's do that. Now let's write down whatever is missing. So I have 1 here. I'll put 1 here to make it easier, to make our work easier. Now we're going to multiply minus 2x with minus 1x. Let's do that. Minus 2x into minus 1x. First the numbers. So minus 2 into minus 1. Then let's take the x. We have 1 there and 1 here. So that is x into x. Now let's multiply. Minus into minus is plus. 2 1s are 2 into x to the power of, this is 1 and 1. That becomes 1 plus 1. So here we have plus 2x square. So this here in the first column here we write plus 2x square. Okay, now let's take minus 2x and plus 1y. So minus 2x plus 1y. Now let's take the numbers minus 2 into 1. Okay. And then let's take the literals. We have 1x and we have 1y. So when we multiply this, we write minus into plus is minus. 2 1s are 2xy. So that becomes minus 2xy. So minus 2xy. So we finished multiplying with this. Now we're going to multiply minus 2x and minus 1z. So minus 2x into minus 1z. Let's take only the numbers. Minus 2 into minus 1 into, we have 1x here and we have 1z here into z. So let's multiply the signs. Minus into minus is plus. 2 1s are 2xz. So here we have our answer as plus 2xz. So we've got a final answer plus 2x squared minus 2xy plus 2xz. Question 2. xy minus yz we multiplied by x square y z square. Okay, so xy minus yz into x square y z square. Okay, so let's multiply this. So first we start with x square y z square, this and xy. So that's 1xy, 1 and we have 1 there. So let's do these two first. So we have 1x square y z square into 1xy. Since both are 1s, the answer is going to be 1, isn't it? So we don't even have to have it there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take only the literals. I'm going to take the x first. So x square into x. Okay, so this x and this x square into, I have y here and a y there, y into y into z square. So this becomes x into x raised to the power of 2 plus 1, this is 1, into y raised to the power of 1 plus 1 into z square. So the answer here is x to the power of 3, y to the power of 2 and z to the power of 2. So let's write that down. X cube y square z square. Let's put a minus sign. Now we finish multiplying with this. Now we're going to multiply x square yz square into yz. So let's do that. X square yz square into yz. So again the numbers are 1, so I've taken it off because 1 into 1 is 1. Now let me take only the x square. There's only one x square, so I'll write it down into, I have y here and y there. So it becomes y into y. Then let me take z. I have z square into z. Okay, so this becomes x square into y 1 plus 1 into z 2 plus 1. So that becomes x square y 1 plus 1 2 z 2 plus 1 3. So x square y square and z cube. X square, let's write that down, x square y square z cube. So this is my final answer. Question 3. 2xyz, so let's write that down, 2xyz plus 3xy, multiply this by minus 2y square z. So let's start by multiplying this and this. So let's write it down, 2xyz into minus 2y square z. So first let's take the numbers, 2 into minus 2. Then let's take the x, there's only one x. Let's take the y's, we have 1y into y square. Let's take the z. So we have 1z here and 1 on the other side. Now let's multiply. Now plus into minus is minus. 2 2's are 4 into x into y to the power of 1 plus 2 into z to the power of 1 plus 1. So that becomes minus 4x y to the power of 3 and z to the power of 2. So what do we have here? Minus 4x y cube z square. So now let's take minus 2y square z and 3xy. So let's multiply those two. So that becomes minus 2y square z into 3xy. So first let's take the numbers, minus 2 into 3. Then let's take x. There's only one x this side, x. Now let's take the y. So here I have y square and there I have y. So y square into y. And then we have only one z. Okay, so let's multiply the numbers first. Now minus 2 into minus 3 is minus 2 3's are 6 into 1x into y 2 plus 1 into z. So this becomes minus 6x y to the power of 3 and z. So it is minus 6x y to the power of 3 and z. Question 4. Minus 3xy square plus 4x square y into minus xy. So let's start by multiplying minus xy and minus 3xy. So we can put a 1 here. So let's write that minus 3xy square into minus 1xy. So now let's take the numbers minus 3 into minus 1. Let's take the x, we have x into x. Let's take the y's, we have y square into y. So let's first multiply the signs here. Minus into minus is plus. 3 ones are 3 into x to the power of 1 plus 1 into y to the power of 2 plus 1. So that becomes plus 3 x square y to the power of 3. So the answer there is plus 3x square y cube. So now we finish with this. We're going to take minus 1xy and 4x square y. So let's do that. 4x square y into minus 1xy. So let's take the numbers 4 into minus 1. Then let's take the x. We have x square into x and the y's into y into y. So let's multiply this. Minus into plus is minus. 4 ones are 4 into x to the power of 2 plus 1 into y to the power of 1 plus 1. So that becomes minus 4 x to the power of 3 and y to the power of 2. So we have minus 4x cubed y square. Question 5. 4xy and minus x square y minus 3x square y square. So we can write that first. Minus x square y into minus 3x square y square into 4xy. So now we're going to multiply. So let's start. We'll start with 4xy and minus x square y. So let's do that. 4xy into 1x square y minus 1. We'll put minus 1 x square y. Let's multiply first the numbers. 4 into minus 1 into, let's take the x into x square. Now let's take the y's, y into y. Let's multiply it all. Plus into minus is minus. 4 ones are 4 into x to the power of 1 plus 2 into y to the power of 1 plus 1. So here we get minus 4 x to the power of 3 y to the power of 2. So we've got minus 4x cubed y square. So we finished with this. Now we're going to go on to this portion. 4xy into that. So let's multiply that. That term is minus 3x square y square. We'll multiply it with 4xy. So here first let's take the numbers. Minus 3 into 4 into x square into x into y square into y. So first let's multiply the signs. Minus into plus is minus. 3 fours are 12 into x to the power of 2 plus 1 into y to the power of 2 plus 1. So that becomes minus 12 x to the power of 3 y to the power of 3. Let's write it down. Minus 12 x to the power of 3 or x cubed and y cubed. Question 6. Here we have a trinomial, 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 terms, we're multiplying it by a monomial. So let's start. 3a plus 4b minus 5c into all this into 3a. Okay, so let's do it. So first we multiply 3a into 3a. So let's do that. 3a into 3a. So we take only the numbers 3 into 3. Now we'll take the letters a into a. So 3 3s are 9 into a to the power of 1 plus 1, which becomes 9a to the power of 2 or 9a square. So that is 9a square. So we finished with this. Now we're going to go on to 4b. So let's multiply 3a into 4b. 3a into 4b. So the numbers first, 3 into 4 into, there's 1a and there is 1b. So this becomes 3 fours are 12ab. So that is plus 12ab. Now we finish with this. Let's multiply 3a into 5c. Now let's take that 5c or minus 5c. We can put that sign down there. 5c into 3a. So let's take the numbers 5 into 3. Then let's take the a. There's only one a. And let's take the c. There's only one c. So 5 3s are 15 ac. So here the minus sign is there. Let's put the minus sign and write 15 AC. Question 2. So here also let's take minus xy square minus 6x square y into minus 5xy. Okay, so first we're going to multiply minus 5xy with minus xy square. So let's write it down. Minus 1xy square into minus 5xy. So first let's take all the numbers. So that is minus 1 into minus 5. Let's take the x. We have x into x. We'll take the y. We have y square into y. Now minus into minus is plus. 1 into 5 is 5 into x to the power of 1 plus 1 into y to the power of 2 plus 1. So that becomes 5 x to the power of 2, y to the power of 3. So let me write it down. It becomes 5x square y cube. Now that we have finished with this, let's take the next one and multiply this. So it is minus 6x square y into minus 5xy. So let's take only the numbers. Minus 6 into minus 5, x square into x, then y into y. So now let's multiply. Minus into minus is plus. 6 5s are 30 into x to the power of 2 plus 1 into y to the power of 1 plus 1. So that becomes 30. X to the power of 2 plus 1 is x to the power of 3 and y to the power of 2. So we have here we have a plus sign. So let's write the plus sign plus 30 x cube y square. So children, will stop with that for now. Thank you, children. Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do algebra exercise 12D.